Hi students, this is A. Srinivas, Lecturer in Physics, Vignan Junior College. Welcome back to Vignan online classes. Today we are going to discuss the very first chapter in intermediate second year, that is waves. Students, in this world, transformation of energy and information from one point to another point is possible in most of the cases by the propagation in wave form. Suppose if I take a offline physical mode direct classes, you listen my voice by the direct transport of energy from my mouth to you. In direct live classes, there is a transport of energy from me to you is in form of a wave, that is longitudinal sound wave. During these online classes, you are listening my class or you are listening my voice is also in different ways. Then the waves are transmitted in form of electromagnetic waves. Information reaches you by means of network, that is in form of electromagnetic waves, that is radio waves. So if we consider our class as example, in direct class information reaches you, energy reaches you in form of sound wave. In online classes you receive energy or information in form of electromagnetic wave. In our day-to-day life, we are receiving so many types of energies from sun. We are receiving light waves, infrared waves, ultraviolet waves from sun directly. This is also a part of electromagnetic wave. In this way, there is a transport of energy and transport of information from one point to another point is taking in this world continuously. Without having this wave nature and wave propagation, we can't imagine the world nowadays. So every day, suppose we have to say some information with our colleagues, with our parents, with our neighbors, everything is possible by the propagation of a wave. And we are receiving television signals, we are receiving cell phone signals, and we are receiving light energy from sun. Everything is in form of electromagnetic wave. That's why majority of transport of energy and information from one point to another point is in form of waves. That's why waves is the very important chapter in our daily life as well as in examination point of view. Waves has one 8 marks question in intermediate board examinations and very important in JEE main. Definitely we get one question, and every time you get a question in IIT also. In MCET examinations definitely you get 2 questions from this chapter. That's why it is the most important chapter. And moreover, in subject point of view, there are wave optics. There are another 3 more lessons involving the concept of wave. Other than these waves of the first chapter, 3 more lessons are wave optics, electromagnetic waves and communication system. In wave optics, we discuss the properties of light waves. Properties of light waves are discussed by knowing the concept of wave. In electromagnetic waves, there is one more chapter. In that we discuss about the classification of electromagnetic waves, the production of electromagnetic waves, detection of electromagnetic waves, and applications of electromagnetic waves. In that chapter also we must use the concept of waves. And communication system. In that we discuss about the transport of information in different ways of propagation, different ways of receiving of information. Then also we must use the concept of waves. That's why wave is a very important phenomena, very important application and good weightage. So comes to the very first chapter, waves. Here the contents that we have to discuss in this chapter are, the first one is about the definition of wave, second one types of wave. As I explained in introduction, there are mechanical waves in which you are receiving sound directly. electromagnetic waves, in which you receive the signal in form of radio waves in online classes. So that there are different types of waves. We have to categorize the waves into different classes. Next one, equation of progressive wave. When wave is propagating along a particular direction, then what is the wave equation? That is the very important. So we have to discuss about progressive wave definition and its equation form, and the properties, definitions of so many parameters of progressive wave equation. Next, principle of superposition of wave. When number of waves are traveling in a medium and meet at a point simultaneously, it gives a resultant wave named as the stationary wave. So the stationary wave concept is described with the help of principle of superposition of waves. So the principle of superposition of waves and stationary waves forms in strings, as well as sound waves. So there are waves in strings and sound waves. All of us share our feelings and information. We talk about so many things with each other, and we talk our feelings with our parents, with our neighbors, with our colleagues. Everything is in form of transforming energy in form of sound waves. Sound waves is the very important one. Human beings share information among themselves only by virtue of sending sound waves from one to another, one point to another point. So sound waves, and when sound waves are sent into a closed cylindrical pipe or open cylindrical pipe, then the reflected waves interfere each other and forms a stationary wave. So we discuss about the stationary waves in open and closed pipes. And beats, when this is also interference of sound waves, when closely equal frequencies but not equal, closely equal frequencies interfere each other, they forms a regular waxing and waning of the sound named as the beats, and we discuss the phenomena of beats and application of beats, followed by Doppler effect. When either source or sound are in relative motion, source which produces sound, receiver who observes, we detect the sound, they are in relative motion, then there is a apparent change in frequency. We can't listen the actual frequency of the sound that was emitted from the source. We listen a sound wave of different frequency. This effect was explained in the Doppler effect. There are different cases of Doppler effect and so many applications of Doppler effect that will be discussed in the Doppler effect chapter. These are the contents that we have to discuss in the chapter. As I explained already, waves is the most important chapter in two aspects. In all exams, board exams and any competitive objective examination, it has very good weightage. This is one aspect. And there are totally 4 chapters. Including this one, there are 4 chapters which has the concept of waves. That's why we must know the basics, definition and equations and parameters of the waves is the very essential one for us. So let us move on to the first content of the waves, that is the definition of waves. So let us come to the first content, that is definition of waves. Students, throughout my explanation you are observing some image, animation in background. So in that you are observing the waveforms and wave motion. So let us come to the definition of wave. Here let us consider this example in which one end of the string is held in my hand. Let this be my hand, and one end of the string is held in my hand. I am moving my hand up and down. So this is the string. Students, let this be a string. And one end of the string is held in my hand, and as shown in this image, I am moving my hand up and down as shown in the diagram. So that I am producing a disturbance. Here I produce a disturbance. This disturbance is transfers from one point to another point. This you are observing the disturbance, transport of the disturbance from one point to another point along the string. Similarly, here this is a sound wave. Here let this be the medium, let this be the air molecules. These black spots in the image are air molecules. Here by using some piston, I move, see the red line is moving down and up, moving down and up. So that I am producing some disturbance here during production of sound. Suppose I am generating sound wave means near my mouth I am producing some disturbance with the help of my vocal cord. With the help of my vocal cord I can produce disturbance. So that here we are producing some disturbance here, then molecules come close to each other, so that is compression. We are producing compressions here. This is also disturbance, but the disturbance doesn't stay at the same position, it is carried, and disturbance is carried. Molecules are not moving from one end to other end. See students, the molecule which get disturbed doesn't move whole mass from one end to other end, but the disturbance, energy of the disturbance is carried. Here the energy of the disturbance which is produced in the string is also carried, but this molecule is not moving from one end to other end, but this molecule just vibrating up and down. This molecule is vibrating to and fro. The disturbance is produced on some matter. That matter is not carried as a whole, doesn't move as a whole from one point to other point, but it is just vibrating, it is oscillating to and fro about the same position. But the transport of energy that we are observing from one point to another point. So, wave definition is a disturbance, as I explained in these two examples, a disturbance, the transfer of energy progressively, disturbance, the transfer of energy progressively from point to point, from one point to another point, without actual physical transformation of matter as a whole. Actually matter is not moving, but disturbance is moving, so that energy is transporting. This method is known as wave. So wave means a disturbance that move from one point to another point by the transport of energy without the actual flow of matter is known as wave. Here in this wave, this is possible by the elastic deformation or variation of pressure, electric or variation of electric or magnetic intensity. How the disturbance are producing? Here when we move this wire up and down, when we move up, tension in the string produces a restoring force. Due to the restoring force, wire pull back to its mean position, because of kinetic energy move back to the other direction, so that due to elastic property of the wave, due to elastic property of the matter, it try to comes to the mean position by developing reforming forces, so that a wave pattern is developed. This wave pattern oscillates the molecules there or vibrates the molecules there in the same mean position, but in the pattern of wave, that energy is carried from one point to the other point. So the information or energy is carried from one point to another point in wave by the elastic deformations, or in sound waves there is variation of pressure. When you compress the molecules, density changes, so that pressure develops. The developed pressure produces restoring force. Restoring force try to restore the molecules to its original position, so that the molecule starts vibrating and that energy is transporting. So either elastic property, or by change in pressure, or by varying the electric or magnetic intensity, the wave is formed, the wave pattern is developed, which involves two things. It vibrates the molecules to and fro, and it transports the energy from one place to another place. So this is the definition of wave. We observe the wave in this example. Suppose one end of the string is held in our hand, other end let it be tied to a rigid support. When you move our hand up and down, the disturbance is carried. The energy given to the wire is carried to the other end without the actual flow of matter totally. Only by vibrating the molecules, energy is transported. This is the one example of wave. In sound waves also, in direct physical mode classes, you may listen my voice directly. So when I produce some disturbance near my mouth with the help of my vocal cord, the molecules in the atmosphere get modified and they undergoes compressions, so that the elastic property, a change in density causes change in pressure, it produces restoring forces, so that it vibrates the molecules, it undergoes compressions and rarefactions, so that the sound wave pattern is carried and it transports the energy from one point to another point. When the sound wave reaches your eardrum, it may vibrate, so that you can have a sensation of the audibility. You can listen my voice and you can absorb the information from it. So this is the definition, these are the examples. Similarly, if you drop a stone on surface of water, the surface of water gets disturbed by the stone energy. That energy is transferred in form of a ripples on surface of water to outwards. And these are the definitions and examples of wave. Next, as comes to types of waves. So different types of waves have different set of characteristics based on orientation of particles, motions and direction of energy. So here, first of all, whether the wave needs medium for its propagation or not. Is medium is necessary for its propagation or not necessary? Depending upon that aspect, the waves are classified into these categories: mechanical waves, electromagnetic waves and matter waves. The sound wave is a mechanical wave. You are receiving radio signal in cell phones, in TVs, that is electromagnetic wave, for example. And matter waves, the wave associated with moving particle is a matter wave. So let us move on to discuss very clearly about the three categorization of waves. One is mechanical wave, electromagnetic wave and matter waves. Comes to first category, mechanical wave. So a mechanical wave is a wave that is an oscillation of matter and is responsible for the transfer of energy through a medium. Here already explained, let this be a string. Let this be a string. If the string is held in our hand and I move the string down and up, string is moving up and down, then if I move the string up, the tension developed in the string produces a restoring force by virtue of elastic property, so that it moves the matter downwards, particle downwards, so that particle is oscillating, so that there is oscillation of particles here. Here in case of mechanical waves, we are observing oscillation of particle. So there is oscillations of particles, articulation of particle of matter. So by virtue of that oscillation, simple harmonic oscillations of each and every particle of the matter, the wave gets its pattern, so that energy is transported from one point to another point. So a mechanical wave is a wave that is an oscillation of matter and is responsible for the transfer of energy. The disturbance caused by the energy, that energy is transported from one point to another point through medium. Through medium, it needs a medium. So in other words, mechanical waves are the waves which need medium for their transport. If any wave needs medium for its propagation, such a waves are considered to be mechanical waves. Example for mechanical waves is, as shown in this image, mechanical waves in string and mechanical waves produced by the sound. Sound waves are also a mechanical waves, which vibrates or oscillates the medium particles, so that it causes the transport of sound energy from one point to another point. So these are known as the mechanical waves. Simply the waves which need medium for its propagation are mechanical waves, in which the particles of the matter undergoes oscillation and there is a transport of energy. And examples are waves in strings, and sound waves are very best example for mechanical waves. Let us move on to the electromagnetic waves. So the waves which doesn't need any medium, waves for which medium is not necessary are electromagnetic waves. Waves for which medium is not necessary, waves for which medium is not necessary for its propagation are known as the electromagnetic waves. So in that the waves are produced by the oscillating electric field or oscillating magnetic field. The oscillating electric field and oscillating magnetic field fusion together and produces electromagnetic wave. So they doesn't need any medium for their propagation. In this image, you are observing an electromagnetic wave in which electric field, let it be changing in y direction. In blue color, you are observing the variation of electric field. Oscillating electric field is there in y direction in blue color. In orange color, you are observing, or red color, you are observing variation. The oscillating electric field always associated with oscillating magnetic field. There is in perpendicular direction. So there is oscillating magnetic field along z direction. So that electromagnetic wave is produced. It is propagating perpendicular to these two planes of oscillations. Electric field is oscillating in x axis, and magnetic field is oscillating along y axis, and along another direction, along x axis, there is a propagation of sound wave. In y direction, electric field is oscillating. In z direction, magnetic field is oscillating, so that wave is propagating along x direction. In that way, there is three mutually perpendicular directions possessed by the electromagnetic wave. So oscillating electric field always associated with a perpendicular directed oscillating magnetic field that causes electromagnetic wave. These two fusions together and produces electromagnetic wave, and if this energy, oscillating and electric and magnetic fields energy, is transported in another mutually perpendicular direction, that is x axis. So this is the way of construction of electromagnetic wave. It doesn't need any medium. Medium is not necessary for the propagation of electromagnetic wave, and even they travel in vacuum. We know that electromagnetic waves travel in vacuum with a speed equal to this value, which is simply written as 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second. 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second is the speed of any electromagnetic wave in vacuum. Of course, in any medium, its velocity gets reduced. We will find that velocity later. Examples of electromagnetic wave. Students, we are receiving cell phone signals to radio waves, and sometimes X-ray photographs are taken in medical checkup. So X-rays are one part of electromagnetic wave. Radio waves are one part of electromagnetic wave. And similarly, to guide aeroplanes for communication, they use microwaves. Microwaves are one part of electromagnetic wave. Very important category of electromagnetic wave is light wave. So we see the world through our eyes. I have sensation of vision for light, visible light. Visible light is a part of electromagnetic wave. X-rays are part of electromagnetic wave. Radio waves are part of electromagnetic wave. Microwaves are part of electromagnetic wave. Ultraviolet waves, infrared waves, all these are a part of electromagnetic wave. So this is about the second category. So electromagnetic wave, for them medium is not necessary for their propagation. In vacuum, they travel with a speed equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second. Let us move on to the third category of classification of wave, that is matter waves. So this chapter, this matter wave concept is in real nature of matter and radiation. According to de Broglie hypothesis, any moving matter, any moving particle is also associated with wave. Any moving matter or a particle is associated with a wave, that is named as the matter wave. Suppose electron is moving, it also associated with wave nature. Neutron is moving, it also associated with wave nature. This wave nature associated with moving particle are named as matter waves. These are explained by de Broglie. So real nature of matter is ability to exist both as a particle and wave. So a wave associated with a moving particle is matter waves introduced by de Broglie, and a beam of electron beam also associated with wave. A beam of neutrons also associated with wave. The wavelength of this moving particles is de Broglie wavelength, which is given by the formula lambda is equal to h by p. H is the Planck's constant, p is the momentum of moving particle, then wavelength associated with moving particle is lambda, that is equal to h by p. So these are the three categories of the waves. We classified waves into three categories: mechanical waves, electromagnetic waves, and matter waves. So let us move on to the another categorization of waves, that is depending upon direction of vibration of particle and direction of propagation, by giving the importance to the direction of vibration of the particle and direction of propagation. The waves are further classified into two categories. They are transverse waves and electromagnetic waves. So, transverse wave and longitudinal waves. By giving importance to the direction of propagation and direction of vibration. Wave is propagating. See, wave is propagating from left to right side direction on the screen. On the screen, you are observing wave is propagating from left to right. Okay, where particles are vibrating from up and down. Like that, there is a direction of vibration of particle and direction of propagation of wave. So, by giving the importance to the direction of propagation, direction of vibration, waves are classified into two categories: longitudinal waves and transverse waves. Longitudinal wave. If direction of propagation of particle and direction of vibration of particle and direction of propagation of wave are in same direction, such a waves are known as longitudinal wave. If direction of vibration of particle and direction of propagation of waves are along same direction, such a wave is known as longitudinal wave. So, here displacement of medium is in the same direction in which it is also propagating. Direction of propagation of medium and vibration of medium as well as direction of propagation of wave are in same direction. See, this is the mode in which sound wave is propagating. When this is the column in which there are air molecules, when sound wave is produced here, it causes disturbance at the generating point. So it produces compressions. This compression, due to velocity, it undergoes rarefaction. This compression produces compression in the neighboring region and it produces compression in its neighboring region, so that the disturbance or energy is transported from top to bottom. Energy is transported along this y direction. Okay, and particles also vibrating along same direction. Here the medium through which wave is propagating. The particles of the medium also vibrating along same direction. So direction of vibration of particles and direction of propagation of waves lie in same direction. Direction of vibration of particle in y direction. Direction of propagation of wave is also in y direction. Such a waves are the examples for longitudinal wave. Sound wave is the best example for longitudinal wave. All sound waves are longitudinal waves. Okay. Next, transverse wave. If direction of vibration of the particle of the medium and direction of propagation of energy, that is direction of propagation of wave, are in perpendicular direction, such a wave is known as the transverse wave. If direction of vibration of particle of the medium and direction of vibration of wave are in mutually perpendicular direction, such a wave is known as transverse wave. Here you are observing the particle is vibrating in y direction. So this is the direction of vibration of particle. Students, you are observing direction of vibration of particle of the y is in y direction, whereas the wave is propagating. See, as wavelength is moving forward along this direction, wave is propagating, energy is transporting, wave is propagating. So direction of vibration of particle and direction of vibration of wave are in mutually perpendicular direction. Such a wave is known as transverse wave. The waves produced in string, if one end of the string is tied to any rigid support and second end of the string is held in our hand, when we move the string in up and down, hand up and down, the wave traveling in y string is known as the transverse wave. Okay, this is the another classification. of transverse waves and longitudinal waves. So let us move on to the general form of equation of wave formula. We have to write an expression for a wave. From that we have to describe the parameters of the wave. From that we have to move forward in the description of wave. So first one is the general form of wave equation. Wave travel, let us consider, we would like to write a general form of equation of wave which is traveling along positive x-axis. Here we know that the vibrating particle has a general equation, y is equal to a sin omega t. Any oscillating particle at a particular point, any oscillating particle at a particular point. This is because when wave is propagating, the particle of the medium of the region is moving to and fro about its mean position. It is in oscillatory motion or vibratory motion. The particle of the medium is in oscillatory or vibratory motion. So the displacement of the vibrating particle at a particular point in function of time, at a particular point in function of time, the displacement of vibrating particle is known by y is equal to a sin omega t. We know this equation in oscillatory motions. We studied oscillations and simple harmonic motion already in first year. In that we know about y is equal to a sin omega t formula. While wave is propagating in the medium, as shown in the diagram, so not only the particle is vibrating at a particular point, here in function of x, the particles are vibrating. Suppose this is at x is equal to 0. At x is equal to 0, let this be the equation for vibrating particle at x is equal to 0. For every value of x, there are vibrations of particle. For every value of x along the propagation point, for every value of x, there is a oscillating particles of wave. Okay, therefore y is in function of x and t. In function of x and t, we have to write the expression for wave. Suppose wave is traveling along positive x direction. Here the wave traveling along positive x direction and traveling along this direction, positive x axis. Y of xt is also equal to y of x is equal to 0 and time taken is equal to t minus x by v. Let me to describe this why these two are equal. Suppose at t seconds, here students, at t seconds, suppose wave is here. Look into the diagram. At t seconds, wave is here at a distance x. This is x value. We have x value here from origin. Let us consider the point of the medium in the propagation of wave. This is some point in the medium in which wave is propagating. At a distance x, at time t, this is the location. This is exactly, this displacement of vibrating particle is y. This is exactly equal to this point. Here this is exactly equal to this point. Okay. The displacement of vibrating particle at time t at a distance x from origin here is also equal to displacement of the particle, vibrating particle at x is equal to 0 before this time. Before this time means time taken by the particle to travel from here to here is x is equal to vt. Suppose v is the velocity wave, let v be the velocity of wave, then displacement traveled by the wave is x is equal to vt. Then the wave starts at a time t is equal to x by v. So wave started at x by v seconds before. So at the origin, if you have time t here, then time taken here is equal to t minus x by v. At this instant of time is t, then time taken to travel from origin to this point is t dash is equal to x by v. Therefore, the wave is at the origin at a time t minus t dash, that is equal to t minus x by v. If wave is at this position at t seconds, same displacement of the wave is possible at t minus t dash seconds, that is t minus x by v seconds. Therefore, y of xt, displacement of vibrating particle at position x in time t. The displacement of vibrating particle of the wave at position x in time t is also equal to, this displacement is also equal to this displacement. At x is equal to 0 at a time of x minus v before this time, for a wave traveling in positive x direction. So y is equal to x is equal to 0 comma t minus x by v. Substitute that value in the above equation. Y is also equal to x is equal to 0 comma this displacement at x is also equal to displacement at x is equal to 0 at the time of t minus x by v. So replace t and the above equation by t minus x by v, so that a sine, the vibration, displacement of vibrating particle is a sine omega into t is equal to t minus x by v for a positive direction propagating wave. Therefore, y is equal to a sine, open the bracket in the function, that is omega t minus omega by v into x. So let us consider ratio of angular velocity of vibrating particle of the wave and the speed of wave. Let v be the speed of wave, omega is the angular velocity of vibrating particle. Then consider omega by v is equal to k. Let it be a constant of the wave known as propagation constant, angular wave number of wave, propagation constant. Then y is equal to a sine omega t minus kx. So if the wave starts at 0 degrees phase as shown in the diagram, wave starts at 0 degrees phase, then the expression for a progressive wave equation, which is traveling in positive direction, positive x-axis, is y of x comma t. The displacement of vibrating particle is a function of both x and t. Y of x comma t is equal to a sine of omega t minus kx, where y is the displacement of vibrating particle, a is the maximum displacement, we know that is amplitude, omega is the angular velocity of vibrating particle of the wave. Now we defined k as the ratio of angular velocities to the speed of wave, that is a propagation constant of the wave. So in function of x and t, displacement of particle of the wave is y is equal to a sine omega t minus kx. Students, this is the wave equation. So the general form of equation of wave which is traveling along positive x-axis is given by y is equal to a sine omega t minus kx. If it has any initial phase, even at 0 degrees, if there is initial phase, then we write a sine omega t minus kx plus or minus pi. If it is positive phase plus pi and negative phase minus pi. This is the equation for positively propagating wave. It is also be considered as a sine kx minus omega t. Nothing wrong in it. A sine of omega t minus kx or a sine of kx minus omega t. Let us move on to another one. Wave traveling along negative x-axis. If wave is traveling along negative x-axis, suppose if we consider the wave traveling in this direction, we change the arrow mark. let it be traveling in negative x direction. Okay. Suppose let this be the position at particular point. Then it reaches this point after how much time? After a time, suppose this distance is x. Then it takes a time t dash is equal to x by v to reach origin. A negatively x-axis directed propagating wave, suppose consider here at time t, suppose this is the time t at which wave is here, it reaches x is equal to 0 after a time of t plus t dash, that is t plus x by v. Therefore, y, here we write the negatively propagating, negative x-axis propagating wave, y of x comma t is equal to, suppose this is the wave, displacement of this wave is a function of x and t, this is x value and t value, and it goes to the origin negatively propagating, a wave propagating along negative x-axis. It reach origin means x is equal to 0. At a time t plus x by v, suppose it is at the position of t, it may reach the origin after t plus t dash time, that is x by v, t plus x by v, then this is equal to, y is equal to a sin omega t is the general formula for vibrating particle. A sin omega into time now becomes t plus x by v. So a wave propagating in negative x direction is written by y is equal to a sin omega t plus omega by v into x. Already we concluded and we consider that ratio of angular velocity to the velocity of wave is a propagation constant of wave, let it be k. So a sin omega t plus kx is the wave progressive wave equation. The progressive wave equation for a wave traveling along negative x-axis is y is equal to a sin of omega t plus kx. Okay, if it has any initial phase other than 0, then depending upon that phase the formula is modified as y is equal to a sin omega t plus kx plus r minus pi. With this we write. So we conclude that the wave traveling along negative x-axis, the equation of progressive wave traveling along negative x-axis is given by y is equal to a sin of omega t plus kx. If there is any phase plus or minus pi. So let us move on to the basic definitions of the wave. Already, if you consider the wave traveling in positive x-axis, wave traveling along positive x-axis is represented by this equation. We derived this equation, y is equal to a sin omega t minus kx. Wave traveling along positive x-axis. Of course, in negative x-axis it becomes plus, negative x-axis. If it has any initial phase, we use plus or minus pi. This is the modification of the progressive wave equation. So here, y comes to y here. Let us observe the variables of wave. In this equation there are so many variables. So to go ahead in this chapter, we must have a clarity about each and every constant and variable of the progressive wave equation. So my intention now is to explain each and every variable of this equation. Let us come to the first one, y. It is known as displacement. We know that displacement of vibrating particle of wave. Displacement of vibrating particle of wave is denoted by the letter y. Suppose when you consider this propagation of wave as shown in this image, and here y is shown by here. Suppose at any time this is y. This is y, students, this is y. Okay, its distance is x from origin and time taken is t in function of x and t. Now we consider the medium of wave, region of propagation of wave at a distance x from the origin, and we are considering the time t at t seconds of time at a position x in the medium. We are observing the displacement of vibrating particle. Vibrating particle can't remain at stationary. It is not stationary. It can't remain rest. It is continuously vibrating. So we are looking to the vibrating particle of the wave, which is at a position x from the origin at a time of t seconds of our observation from initial point. Then that y in function of x and t is given by, for a x-axis, positive axis directed wave, a sin of omega t minus kx, negatively x-axis directed wave, a sin of omega t plus kx. Now y is said to be displacement of vibrating particle. Let in this diagram you are observing, let it be that value. Like that, for every particle in function of x and t, there is displacement of vibrating particle. The SI unit of displacement is meter, displacement is a vector quantity. Okay. Next comes to A. A is maximum displacement of vibrating particle from mean position. Maximum displacement of vibrating particle from mean position is amplitude. In the diagram, here this is amplitude. Or here, this blue arrow mark line also indicating amplitude. This is A, amplitude. Maximum displacement of vibrating particle is amplitude. Amplitude is also vector quantity because it is a displacement. It is also vector quantity. So during interference of two or more waves at a point, to find out resultant amplitude, we must consider vector sum of amplitudes. As amplitude is a vector quantity, vector sum of amplitudes gives rise a resultant amplitude. You must keep it in mind. Amplitude is a vector quantity. Next one is time period and frequency. Here suppose wave starts here and it completes one oscillation. So up to this point we assume wave has completed one oscillation up to here. The wave completed one oscillation. Okay. Time taken to complete one oscillation is time period. Time taken to complete one oscillation. Suppose wave started here and the energy of the wave is transported to this point in form of this pattern. Then wave is said to be completing one oscillation. Time duration to complete one oscillation is time period. This is denoted by capital T. This time duration to complete one oscillation is capital T. Okay, it is a scalar. Time is a scalar and SI unit is second. Then number of oscillations per second is frequency. While the wave is propagating, it is executing oscillations. The vibrating particle move to and fro about its mean position. The vibrating particle of the wave move to and fro about its mean position. Time taken to complete one oscillation is time period, whereas number of oscillations made in 1 second is frequency. The relation frequency, SI unit of frequency is H. SI unit of frequency is H. The relation is frequency is reciprocal of time period. Frequency is reciprocal of time period. Let mu be the frequency and the reciprocal of time period is frequency. SI unit of frequency is H. Definition of frequency is number of oscillations made in 1 second is frequency. Let us come to the another one. We completed time period and frequency. Then omega, angular frequency, is equal to 2 pi by t. Angular frequency is 2 pi by t. We know that is the angular frequency of the wave or vibrating particle is 2 pi by capital T, where capital T is time period. Okay. Next one is the wavelength. This is the very important definition. Parameter. Very, very important parameter of the wave is wavelength, which is denoted by lambda. Wavelength is denoted by the letter lambda. In case of transverse wave, here we are observing a transverse wave. The distance between two successive crests, is wavelength denoted by the letter lambda. So this is lambda. Distance between two successive crests. Also, these are troughs of transverse wave. Distance between two successive troughs also said to be wavelength lambda. So wavelength is also equal to distance between two successive troughs of transverse wave, distance between two successive crests of transverse wave, or in case of longitudinal wave, distance between two successive compressions, or distance between two successive rarefactions. In case of longitudinal wave, distance between two successive compressions is wavelength lambda, distance between two successive rarefactions is also wavelength lambda. And one more definition, general definition for lambda, not between two troughs, two crests, or two compression, two rarefaction. Distance between any two successive points which are in same phase is also wavelength. Suppose while wave is propagating like this, let us consider a wave propagating in a medium. If you consider this is the point which is let it be at a phase 30 degrees. We observe the same point here which is also having 30 degrees phase with initial point. So these 2 points are said to be 2 points of the wave in phase. These are the 2 successive points in same phase. These 2 are the 2 successive points are in the same phase. So this is also wavelength. So general definition for wavelength is distance between 2 successive points in same phase is also wavelength. So a clear definition is between 2 successive crests, 2 successive troughs, 2 successive compressions, 2 successive rarefaction. So another generalized definition of any wave is distance between any 2 successive points which are in same phase is also said to be wavelength, that is lambda. So wavelength lambda is a very important parameter of wave. SI unit of that wavelength is meter. We denote it is a length in the direction of propagation of wave. Hence its SI unit is meter. Students, in this video I introduced the concept of wave. Waves is the most important chapter in second year. Along with this wave chapter there are 3 more chapters. Totally 4 chapters in second year has the concept of wave. So knowing the concept and basic explanation of wave is the most important. So I introduced the concept of wave in this chapter, and I classify the waves into 3 categories, depends upon whether it need medium or necessary for its propagation, like mechanical waves, electromagnetic waves and matter waves. And depending upon the direction of vibration, direction of propagation, they are further classified into 2 categories, that is transverse waves and longitudinal wave. And we write one very important equation for the progressive wave equation, which is traveling along the positive x direction, also traveling along the negative x direction. And we define certain basic parameters, variables of wave. So I hope you followed it. Students, thank you for watching. Thank you and very much.